Hey, right guys, Trophy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 22 of the original season 1, which is of course the finale to the first season. I think I'm going to watch this today, and then I'm set up for the finale to the Vampire Diaries season 5 as well, so get both of those finales done back to back. I think it'll be quite cool, and I feel like the effects of what's going on in the Vamp Diaries could potentially have an effect of what goes on in the originals. I couldn't talk about it in the Vamp Diaries just in case people were watching the originals. I didn't want to spoil it, but then I guess me talking about this might spoil the original, spoil the Vamp Diaries, so vice versa. Gets a bit complicated. Not really, but you know, we'll see, and then maybe I'll talk about it at the end of the episode just in case I'm right or wrong. But yeah, I think there's some things that happen in the penultimate episode of season 5 of the Vamp Diaries I think could affect this finale, but well, I guess we'll find out. So episode 22, if you enjoy, make sure to leave a like because it does help the video and it does help the channel. Patreon is linked down below if you do want to join us over on there. We'll have the earlier uncuts to the Vamp Diaries and the originals. Like I said, my plan after this episode and after the next episode of the originals, so for season 2 of the originals and season 6 of the Vampire Diaries, is I want to do at least one of each every week or every other week just to get the pace moving a little bit more. I think we've been very slow with these 2 seasons, unfortunately. But that, you know, when I originally said, okay, we'll do like one Vamp Diaries, then one originals, then one Vamp, then one originals, I didn't realise, well, I knew how long the seasons were, but then you forget like that, it would be a year, basically, or just under a year for me to finish a season of both. And we've got like a ton of seasons still left to go with both these shows, really. So we can't be doing that. I don't want to be here for the next 5 years. So yeah, we'll quicken the pace a little bit. But anyway, guys, episode 22. Let's do this. Are they pouring another dimension?
Writing
the
a love letter
multiverse
to one
of the
of your many
vampires.
suitors. So who's the lucky recipient then? Jackson or Elijah? Don't tell me it's me. I thought I was out of the running ages ago.
Oh, no offense. If Klaus was just like a normal guy, is this like what would happen if they were just humans?
Where's our littlest wolf?
Okay, never mind, no.
Do you want to?
Klaus could be a good dad. Let's assume the baby doesn't die, which I think would be silly if they did that, but I think Klaus could actually be a cool dad. It's going to be very different.
Dear Zoe, or Caitlin, or Angela, to my little girl.
Zoe, Caitlin, or Angela.
Your dad just asked if this was a love letter. I guess it kind of is.
And then what's really happening?
I never got to know my mother. So I thought I'd write to you so that you could know how happy I am at this very moment.
Yeah, we're buzzing. And Klaus
How
can't
much
do
your
anything.
father and I can't wait to meet you. And I want to make you
Oh, jeez. There's some strength in him then.
good.
Oh.
A safe home.
Well,
Someone
right.
to tell you that they love you every
Oh my
single
god.
day.
The fact he rolled on up even though he's weak as all hell.
I love you. Your mom.
You should know this brings me no joy.
Oh, thank God. That helps a lot.
Let's begin, shall we?
There's no way they do this. That'd be wild.
What happened?
Klaus.
They fought, and he got bit.
Marcel.
Hey, it's okay. I gave as good as I got.
Okay, Marcel. Okay. Interesting theory.
Did he bleed?
I got him pretty
Gave as
good,
good
yeah.
as I got.
Where?
And it's just like all his men are dead on the floor. Oh, is she going to grab some of his blood? It's pretty smart.
Savina? What the hell?
Josh, what are you doing here? I told you to rest.
Well, Bear is here. You can give him the blood straight away. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Bring hell to your
One last
doorstep!
push, baby's almost here.
I will bathe in rounds of your blood!
I can see the baby. Then a push.
Do it then, Klaus.
Gently, gently.
You will die screaming!
There.
Oh, it's done. Simples. He comes out as a wolf. No, it's just a baby. Are they going to steal it?
You have a beautiful baby daughter.
But not for long. No?
We
Daughter.
must start the sacrifice as soon as the moon sets with the morning sky.
Please, can I hold her?
The witches are so friendly. Oh yeah, she'd let her. How generous. Oh! Man. That is wild. Jeez. There's no way they just did that. There's no way. I refuse to believe they just killed off Hayley. You know, any other show I'd be like, well, Hayley's dead, but right now I'm like, oh, it's the Vampires universe. I'll probably just bring him back to life in about 3 minutes. How good would it... that would be brave, though, if they just did actually just kill her off there. That would be mad. I kind of hope they have. I love Hayley, but that would be brave if they did.
You've been bitten.
It can affect Elijah as well. We'll see, we'll see.
There's only enough here for one.
No, this has to be enough.
Oh, she has to pick between Marcel and... Well, pick Josh, because I feel like Klaus would probably save Marcel, really.
I can't choose. Please don't make me choose.
Who just takes it and drinks it?
Save your friend. I can take care of the rest of us.
Marcel?
Yes. Judging by the look of that bite, you don't have time to argue.
Marcel.
Josh is one of my guys. And enough of my guys have died today.
Yeah, and the day before that, and, you know, on and on and on.
1 point for you. And 1 point for Niklaus.
Niklaus.
I was bested.
You were bested.
You did get wrecked.
You were bested!
My invincible brother.
He's been bested a few times, to be fair.
They took the baby. But there's still time. We can save her.
Yes, let's go.
This statue. We've passed by this 3 times, all whilst going in the same direction.
It can't be that big of a cemetery, surely. But wait. Blue's Clues.
They fabricated some kind of illusion.
That's one word for it.
That is sick. That's cool. Actually looks good as well.
Look at this. I learned about it in the lycée. It's called the Devil's Star. They say one throw can make 1,000 cuts.
1,000 cuts sounds about right. I need to make Klaus bleed.
There has to be a way. Even if we can just push through. What we need to do is focus.
My only focus right now is that child and her safety. Do you understand me?
A lie to the protective dad already.
All of your scheming, the enemies that you have made every single day of your miserable life, what results did you expect? That your child will be born into a happy life? That the mother will be alive? I let her in. I don't let people in.
Oh.
You knew this. You've taken her from me.
Right.
I needed her and you've broken me.
We've never seen Elijah like that.
You can tell your niece how much you cared for her mother. When we save her.
God, we've never seen him like that. That I can remember anyway. Oh, here we go. Is it the resuscitation spell? Yeah. God's sake. Couldn't do it good though. Oh, she's pissed. Oh, she's pissed. Yeah, problem is like, I'm glad because I like Hayley. I'd like for her to stick around, but then at the same time, it keeps piling on to the thing of this universe where death means nothing because everyone everyone comes back to life. Apart from like Caroline's dad, I guess he didn't come back to life, but it makes it feel like there's no danger.
If she doesn't go through with it, then you and I can do what the ancestors want, and they'll give us Cassie. And track Genevieve back to where she came from.
Okay, interesting. They're off. Sacrificing a baby for the finale of the originals. Great.
A rare occurrence, something so infrequent, it's almost a miracle, like an astrological event, or...
A miracle baby.
Voila.
The miracle baby in question.
Are you certain that you have the power to bring me back?
I do now.
What do you get out of it? What, you go after Klaus? That's what you get out of this? He's gonna trust Michael as well, like the most untrustworthy guy. Bring another character back from the dead, here we go.
We've passed through here twice already. I'm running out of time. Then we move faster.
Or smarter.
Hayley, whoa! Well, they think it's an illusion or something.
How are you here?
I woke up in the church. I felt this hunger. I knew what I needed. I can feel her.
She's got the waypoint.
You died with the baby's blood still in your system. She's in transition.
Oh.
Which means she has to drink the blood of the child if she's to survive. To be reborn a hybrid.
Okay.
I don't care about me. I'm gonna go find our daughter.
Because she died with the baby's blood still in her system, she's transitioning into a hybrid, but she has to feed on the baby's blood. You know what? As far as bringing characters back from the dead goes in this universe, that one actually kind of makes sense. Because that is something they've set up from like the start of the show, so I don't actually mind that. It's not like just here where they're like, oh yeah, I've got a spell here where I can bring Michael back. That one, I don't mind that one actually. That's fine. Hell yeah! Oh my god! Get decked. Right, why do vampires roll on up to witches? That's creepy as shit.
You fools, to come against us in our place of power, in our strongest hour.
Ooh,
You don't
right,
face
Eminem.
3. You face us all.
Vampires get
Who the hell are you?
wrecked. Alright, Michael, chill out, bro. Right, okay, so now what the witches are. Oh. Oh, here we go. Correct. No, you're dead. You're dead. Oh, the throwing star of 1,000 cuts. What a Marcel with the accuracy. Well, there you go. Love how, like, wrecked the vampires get with witches. But then they just find, like, an opening somehow and it's, like, done. Grim sight.
Looks like the wolves came back and finished what they started.
Good plan, Marcel, as always.
You took my daughter so I would heal you and your friends.
All this. I know it didn't come from nowhere. This is the last note in a song that I started a century ago.
Are you done now, or are you giving up?
You saved my child's life, Marcel. For that, you deserve this.
That was... I don't know if it feels like, oh, I deserve it. He just brought all his mates to their death.
We will take down whoever brought this upon us.
I guess it's hard because in some ways he still sees Klaus as like a father figure. Klaus holding his baby, who'd have thought? Oh god. Couldn't he just go out now and kill Klaus really while he has the surprise? Why wouldn't he go and do that? It's not like he cares about Klaus's baby or anything, so... It's been a really good episode, actually. Oh, wait, he is? Okay, cool. I thought he was going to, like, nip off and then come back in season 2 or something. Oh, Davina.
Stop!
No.
Why is this happening? You brought me back to kill my son.
I brought you back to punish him. And you will, when I'm ready and not a minute before.
What you done?
Boom.
A little something extra in the spell that brought you back.
The ancestors left me no choice.
You were willing to sacrifice an innocent baby for more power.
Oh, not just power. It was the ancestors' decree. It was her decree.
It was whose decree?
I'm surprised you have to ask.
The ultimate witch.
After all, you were the one who convinced your siblings to consecrate her in New Orleans soil.
Esther.
Esther?
So not even death can stop my mother from seeking the annihilation.
Yeah. Well, I do know the name Esther. That's been it before. We're bringing Esther back now as well.
Tell Klaus. I'm sorry.
I don't think he cares. I don't think Klaus is going to hear that you're sorry. Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. No sympathy, I'm afraid. She killed Hayley and then took her baby to go kill it. I don't think Hayley gives a shit.
So you said to me earlier that I have made enemies every day of my miserable life. Well, the worst of them are within these borders, brother. I have brought into the world a weapon they can use against me.
Then we will arm ourselves.
Or something he loves and cares about.
We'll make this home a fortress.
I will not have her live her life as a prisoner.
Then we leave here together, all of us.
Wherever we go, however far we run, those who seek power.
Yes,
and
but
revenge
surely leaving New Orleans is best, because that's where, like, the witches are strongest.
All our enemies with none of our defenses.
So go somewhere else where maybe the witches aren't as strong. I don't know. Vampire land.
And yet here she is on her first day in this world with a grandmother that is bent on sacrificing her. And a mother that has to drink the blood of her own baby to survive transitioning into a hybrid.
Yeah, well.
The one that loves her the most.
Yeah, what a cool first day in the world.
I think the only thing to do is send her away while we stay behind and clean up the mess that we've made.
No, I don't want that because I want to see, like, them be parents in some way.
You heard Genevieve. So long as she lives, that baby will be hunted.
Not if no one knows she lives.
Oh, they're gonna pretend that it was sacrificed. It makes sense. It makes sense.
This great community pledges to help every citizen recover from the terrible outbreak of gang violence that erupted on the streets of...
Gang violence is what they're going with. What was it? Mystic Falls went with animal attacks.
Rebuild. We will remember those who perished as we seek to disinfect this town of its worst elements. We will work together.
You know, at least they're showing that it is on the news, because the amount of deaths there have been.
Last man standing, huh?
I'm interested in making a deal.
Don't look like you got much to offer.
I'm hearing word that the Guerreros want the quarter to be a no-vampire zone. I can make that happen.
Let's go after Klaus. We team up. Build an army.
I'm thinking he's gonna side with us. Especially after he finds out that your pack killed his kid.
Yeah, well.
What?
Open the box and let me know what you think Klaus will believe about who's responsible for what you
Have
find
they got a dead
inside.
baby in there?
Cremation may be the best way to go before Klaus smells it on you.
How'd they pull that one off? It's just like a doll, and they hope he falls for it. I don't know. How'd they pull that off? What? Oh, they're actually getting it out there that the baby died. It's a good plan. It makes sense.
The baby?
She died a few hours after the Guerrero attack.
Oh, God.
If anyone is to blame, I am.
I wonder where they sent her off to. Mystic Falls.
I appreciate you being here, but we cannot be friends.
No! Be two of the ship.
You had me pegged from the start. A man damaged by his demons, and those demons are not dormant. They are hell-bent on killing me. And everything I find beautiful. And you. You are beautiful.
Alright, bro.
Please. Please just go.
Oh my God, do it. I don't know about it. You're meant to be playing it like your daughter's just died, so maybe that wouldn't be the perfect time.
He managed to locate a stillborn baby in a hospital in upstate Louisiana.
I trust he agreed to the terms.
He has agreed to allow me to compel him to forget what he knows of my child.
Oh.
In exchange, he wants vials of my blood.
No, the witches will have to believe us.
God. They're being compelled to think that the baby's died. That sucks.
If they sense that your child lives, they will hunt her.
The witches will buy what we sell.
I think that's what they're doing.
We just have to sell it properly.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe compelled to forget where they sent her to, maybe. Gotta feel worse for Hayley out of everyone. No.
They will be watching us. All of them. The three of us leaving together will draw too much attention. I will go alone.
God, Hayley could sell the emotion as well, because even pretending that your daughter's died, and I don't think that would even be an act. And then considering that they're centering off for her as well, it's kind of like she's saying goodbye.
In what world will she be safe without us, brother? Who can protect her better than
Who
we?
are they giving her to? Rebecca?
There is one person.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Out of everyone, that was like the only person who would make sense. That's kind of wholesome, actually.
Hello, sister.
To think that he was like hunting her down 10 episodes ago.
Oh, she looks like her mother. Maybe there is a God after all.
Well, she has a hint of the devil in her eyes.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's all me.
That's what Klaus has given to her.
No one can ever find her.
I know what to do, Nick. Perhaps we'll get a white fence. I think that would be lovely.
This is kind of what Rebecca wanted, wasn't it? Like just a life, normal life. So that's kind of full circle for Rebecca in some way as well.
Wishes you harm. Be struck down, just as sure as my blood runs in your veins. You will return to me.
That's such a Klaus way to say goodbye. I love it. Is it the dialogue in the show is just so much better than the vampires? It's like not even close. Like, even the way it's shot, like, even that shot there is better than anything the vampires has done in like 20 episodes. That might be a bit harsh, but a bit.
In spite of our differences, Rebecca, there is no one I would trust more with my daughter's life.
Oof. That's a high honour from Klaus.
She will be happy, Nick, I promise. What's her name?
Oh yeah, what name did you say?
Hope.
That makes sense.
Her name is Hope.
Ah! Klaus! My boy! You know what? I think it's the best Originals episode. I think it is. I think they've ended on the best episode. There's been some things that I haven't loved, but I don't know, I feel like the way they've portrayed or come across with Elijah and Klaus this episode, there's been sides of them we haven't seen before, which is good. Who's this? Who's this? What's going on?
We have much to do.
Yes, Mother.
What? Have I missed something there? Oh, so that Esther's taken over her body, and that could be one. That one original that was obsessed with his mom. I forgot his name, Finn or something. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have really misinterpreted that. My impression is Esther's taken over whoever that body is, and then he's Finn. I think it was Finn was his name. Who was always loyal to her in season 3 of the Vampire Diaries. That wouldn't make any sense if you hadn't seen the Vampires, I feel. Or you could get the impression that that was Esther, maybe, in someone's body. Maybe. I don't know. Now, I could be very wrong on that. I might have taken that completely the wrong way, but I think that's what they're going for there. But yeah, anyway. Great episode. I think the best Originals episode, I would argue. Really, really well done. What are the comments here? You have to appreciate the sheer acting talent on display in the show. I mean, saying werewolf vampire hybrid with a straight face is hard at the best of times, but the scene with Hayley sobbing over having to drink Hope's blood, I don't think I could stay that serious. Yeah, that was a really good scene. Hayley dead sad face, then back to life is so sad. Tears and Rebecca coming. Amazing episode. Yeah, pretty good review. Someone here gave it a 5 out of 10. I was really disappointed with this episode. It doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the season, and it felt so rushed. Just out of nowhere, everything was fast forward, and everything just seemed out of place, which you just said. Through the entire episode, I thought it was a dream, and that someone was going to wake up at some point. That would have been horrendous, and be worried, but that never happened. It just kept going. Even in the next episode, so I felt like I missed something and strongly considering not continuing this series. It was really good until this episode. Let me add that this episode is a good episode. I just missed a lot of the backstory. What is this review that just works? You watched all of season 1 and then this is the episode where you're like, I'm dropping the show. I don't know about that. I think it's the best episode of the show. I don't think anything felt rushed. I mean, maybe some elements like some things with this season. The season as a whole has been great. I think some of the weakest parts about it was the thing Vampires always struggles with was deaths not really feeling like they're deaths because you can just bring anyone back to life. Like Michael coming back is just like, okay, cool. He's a really good villain, and yes, I said in the Vampire Diaries season 3 that they killed him off way too soon from when he actually came into it. But that doesn't mean you should just be like, oh, okay, yeah, we can bring him back then. Let's bring him back for a whole season, or whatever they're going to plan to do with him. Great villain, but if he's dead, he should stay dead, because then, as I've always said with the Vampires, and not so much the originals, but it is starting to get to that point where it's like, deaths don't mean anything at this point, because it's like, oh, they could just come back. Or I think the part of like the afterlife, so like Bonnie's gran, for example, in the Vampires, like she'll just crop up as a ghost every now and again. I don't mind that so much. It's just when they bring them back into reality, I think that's where it's like, okay, can we stop with this, please? And yeah, I'm laying some of that out on the originals because it is mainly because of the Vampires, but the originals is starting to do that now with Hayley, even though it made sense, and then Michael coming back, and then let's not forget they did it with Davina as well earlier in the season. Davina did come back, so they've they're all major characters that they've brought back to life, basically. And maybe I'm leaning on the Hayley one because I think it made sense that the blood of the baby was in her, so it kind of healed her. So I assume by the time like her throat was cut, the baby was already healing whatever happened there. So that I don't mind so much. But then the whole like, oh, we'll just do a spell and it'll bring someone back to life. It's like, that to me is like a major loophole where you could just get any witch to do any spell to bring anyone back to life if they really, really wanted to. It's like, I don't like it. But anyway, so that I didn't love about it. Marcel in the second half of this season was just a bit all over the place. I don't mind the idea that you wanted to go after Klaus. Like, Marcel versus Klaus is a good idea. I just think they went about it pretty poorly, where Marcel just kind of came across as this fool who didn't really know what he was doing and was just stumbling all over the place, and then got all of his people killed, and then at the end was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll be loyal to you now again. It just kind of was like, okay. The first episode, the very first episode, the premiere was poor. If you'd seen the originals episode from the Vamp Diaries, which I had, so that was a poor start. And I do think it took a while to really find its footing, but I think from 8 onwards is where it really started to get great. Minus episode 10 apparently, which I gave a 5 out of 10. Oh, the Casket Girls, yeah, that was when they were trying to be like Rebecca, holier than thou, all the men in this show are terrible kind of storyline, which can work in other shows, sure, but like that did not work with the originals, and it did not work with Rebecca trying to be the one to preach that, because she is evil as well. We love these characters, but they are evil, so it just, that made no sense and felt very forced. It felt very forced in that episode, so I do stand by that was the weakest episode other than the premiere. But yeah, things I liked, really liked the bond between Elijah and Klaus, their differences for this season. The flashbacks were actually pretty good. I think with the Vamp Diaries, the flashbacks were starting to get a bit stale, but with the originals, they've all felt needed, and I enjoyed those. Davina's pretty cool. I wouldn't say I love her. Hayley was great. She's way better here than she was in the Vamp Diaries. Granted, she's a main character here, so that makes sense. But her bond with Elijah was really strong, and not her bond with Klaus, but the dynamic between Klaus and Hayley, I think, worked really well. Cammy, I think, was pretty great. I think she had some episodes where she was a little bit weak, but I think overall she's a pretty good character. Rebecca was great. Obviously, she left halfway through the season, but kind of bringing it back here. And then her story kind of coming full circle in a sense as well, where she always wanted to just live a normal life. At least, not always, but I think in the Vamp Diaries, she kind of started to want to have that. And then having that baby, and then her saying the line of like, oh, maybe we'll have like a white picket fence. It's like, she's just going to kind of live a life with hope. Hope, the name of the kid, not hope in general, but you know. So yeah, that's quite good to bring her back for that. Marcel was great in the first half. I think the second half he started to become a bit weaker for me. I won't say it went off his character, but yeah, I don't know. He's just a bit all over the place. The acting was great. I think the dialogue for the most part was really strong. The villains were actually pretty good as well. We kind of had a good mix of the witches, Marcel, Michael. Who's the villain in the first half? I guess the witches still. Oh, but it was like the witch that I forgot her name. The one that Elijah used to date. She was kind of taking over bodies and stuff. Also, the werewolves. We had that whole storyline going on, which was actually like down in the bayou. I didn't mind that. That was decent. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag in terms of storylines, I think. But I think mostly they were great. And I'm definitely excited to see what they do with season 2, because I've enjoyed this season way more than I enjoyed season 5 of the Vampire Diaries. I mean, if you've watched both, then that has been clear. So I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it was an exceptional episode. Felt the emotion with it. I felt like there was threats, apart from when a character died. But with the baby sacrifice and all that, like that was pretty cool. I felt like there was actual danger there, at least. Ended really well. It makes sense why they have to send Hope off, and actually had some pretty emotional scenes there with Klaus as well, like saying goodbye. And yeah, so I think this was the best episode. Ep 18 was really strong. Ep 16 was great, which was Klaus hunting down Rebecca, I believe, in the cemetery. Episode 11 and 12. Oh, episode 9 was great. Episode 8 was great. So yeah, quite good mix there. I think overall with season 1, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. We'll go 8 out of 10. It could be a high 7, like a 7. Maybe it is. I'm debating a 7.9. I think just below an 8, maybe. because I do think, while there were really great moments, out of the 22 episodes, I'd say 10 of the episodes were fantastic or great, and then the rest range from really good to mid. So yeah, we'll go with 7.9 I think for season 1, just below an 8 for me. I think this one very close. I think I'm riding the high of how amazing this episode was, but if I'm looking at the ratings here, there are a lot of 7s, to be fair. So yeah, there we go. That is season 1 of the originals done. There are only 5 seasons with this show, and season 5 is very short. I think season 5 only has, season 4 and 5 only have 13 episodes each, so technically we'll say 4 seasons. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with season 2. So thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode and the season as a whole down below. I know these don't do the best on YouTube or anything like that, but I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be back for season 2 episode 1. I'm going to do the Vamp Diaries now, and then I'll probably take a week off the Vamp Originals universe and then come back and we'll do one of each every week, as I said I plan to do. So yeah, until next time, take care. Peace.